Washington's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter.
Al Jefferson, 6'10", over 280 pounds, and he's got a 9'2" standing reach. He's got the size to play center. He hasn't always been a great defender at that position. I thought Charlotte really put him in a good position last year, however, with their scheme, and he was very effective.
On the court for the Hornets, at the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Prodigy is out there with Kemba Walker, and it's Jefferson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Kid Gilchrist after the made shot from DeJuan Blair. Count the bucket. Zeller's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Al Jefferson, not the fleetest of foot, but a good nose for the ball.
You know, he's always been a terrific rebounder, and I've said before that rebounding isn't about how high you jump. It's about how physical you are and how hungry you are to get after the ball and timing and positioning. And he's actually improved defensively, too.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Thank you, Kevin. As you know, Cody Zeller was the 4th overall pick in 2013. And Coach Clifford has said he has a lot of physical ability. His basketball IQ is through the roof. He has great intangibles, and he's young. I don't want to limit him in any way, but I want him to progress at his own rate. For us to be good, he's got to be a really big part of it. Kevin, back to you.
An intriguing young talent. Thanks. Washington with the ball. After the basket by Charlotte. And the basket by Webster.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He dishes it to Powell. It's stolen by Webster, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Here's Walker after the basket by Washington. 6 to shoot. Baseline try, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Hornets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, guys. About 75%.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Webster with the screen for Wall. And here is Webster. 14 points. From him, the last game against Toronto.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Right side to Walker. 4 seconds left. Jefferson's shot is off. And we finished one half of basketball. Washington out in front. They lead by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm here with Bradley Beal, who had a fantastic first half. And tell us, Bradley, a little bit about what's clicking for you in a night like tonight.
Yeah, it's just me having fun. I mean, that's the most important thing. Sometimes I lose sight of that. And once I get back to that and having fun and doing what Coach wants me to do and just playing my game, I think I'll be fine.
Well, we're having fun watching you, Bradley. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Firstly, our offensive output in the paint was really encouraging. But that being said, let's make sure we don't get too one-dimensional in the second half. I want us getting points from the inside and out. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters.
What a performance from
Washington making some changes. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Gortat. Blair comes in for Nene. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Webster. Charlotte also making some changes. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Jefferson. Gary Neal comes in for Lance Stevenson. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Kemba Walker. They've got Kevin Serafin. Bradley Beal is out there with Blair. Then it's Miller, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. And some changes here for us. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Powell in for Brian Roberts. Miller, the pass to Beal. Wants to get it to Serafin and does. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
Wizards, Kevin Serafin. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Hornets leading by 10. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Henderson dishes to Neal. 26 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot off the pick, and he hits the jump shot. Neal's got his second bucket of the night.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Blair, the screen, and Wall. Here we go now. The Wizards have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
And that one falls for John Wall. Both teams will make substitutions. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Powell. Henderson, no one around him. No good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hornets lead by 10. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
Thursday, February 5th, John Wall and the Washington Wizards go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets. Big-time hoops coming your way.
In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist of the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
And so it's Washington with it. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. On the court for the Hornets, Henderson and MKG will fill out the wings. Zeller and Johnson are the bigs. And it's Powell in at the point guard position. The shot by Nene, no good. Charlotte leading by 10. No good. Good D by Miller.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Nene with the screen on Henderson. Nene setting the pick for Wall. Now the pass to Beal. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Seraphin's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Washington. Powell kicks to Henderson. Feeds to Powell. Rebound by the Wizards. Beal's got 6 rebounds now in the game. All with it. Now guarded by Powell. Wall passes to Miller. He feeds it to Nene. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. Kicks it to Powell. It's Henderson on the wing. Henderson off the pick from Powell. Henderson dishes to Powell. Pass to Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. From the high post. That's good.
2 points.
And the Hornets lead by 10.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Outside, Wall. And Beal kicks to Seraphin. Back to Wall. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. That's good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Charlotte leading by 8. It's Henderson on the wing. Powell kicks to Henderson. There's the dish to Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Powell. The feed to Henderson. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Seraphin. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Zeller. He's got 16 rebounds, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
But he's done a better job than the numbers indicate.
What the heck was that?
Look it up. It's called basketball.
Webster comes in for John Wall. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Al, this was a game where you guys seem to have a distinct advantage inside. How do you evaluate how well the team played as a whole?
We made some mistakes. They made us pay. But we just kept pounding the ball inside, and, we outmatched them on the inside, so that's what we did, and we came out with the victory.
You've always got to play through your mistakes. It'll turn around eventually. Al, thanks for the time.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.
Come on. Who died? You look a little nervous.
Well, I heard it's never a good thing to be called into the GM's office, especially the day your 10-day contract is up. So if you're going to release me, I would just appreciate it if you did it quickly.
I'm going to be brutally honest, kid. You haven't done enough to secure a regular roster spot.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, wait. You have done enough to secure another 10-day contract, though.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm going to give you another shot to prove you belong in this league permanently, huh?
Hey, you won't regret it either. I'm going to make it awfully hard for you to let me go.
I hope so. Look, a contract's on my secretary's desk. You go sign that on your way out. Get out of here.
All right, thank you.
All right. Where's my lunch?
Your Charlotte Hornets starting five. At the small forward position, at 6'9". Number 2, Marvin Williams. The other forward, at 7'0". Number 40, Cody Zeller. Guard, 6'1" from UConn, wearing number 15, Kemba Walker. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 1, Lance Stevenson. High School, number 25, Al Jefferson.
We welcome you this Thursday evening. Hoping you're having a good one and are as excited as we are for this one. Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr joining me in the booth. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And folks, Bradley Beal will not be in the lineup, out with the injury.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of his injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of their previous game, but now they sound sure about it.
Powell in for Charlotte. And we saw him out here a while back, had to fight to get his shot, but he impressed the team enough to get another 10-day contract.
Well, you know, you have to take it a step at a time if you're in his situation, and as much as he'd like to start celebrating, he needs to keep his focus and continue to find ways to help this team out.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Webster. Garrett Temple is out there with Andre Miller. Then there's Blair. Defended by Jefferson. Back to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Hornets with the rebound. Jefferson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Andre Miller does a lot of things well on the floor, but he's not really a long-range shooter, so he needs the ball in his hands to be effective in your offense.
And he banks in the layup. Miller's got his first points of the night.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Here's Jefferson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Al Jefferson is really a unique scorer inside. He doesn't shoot a lot of free throws. He doesn't tally that many assists. What he does do is make shots inside while taking great care of the basketball.
And that one falls for Jefferson. And Jefferson with the excellent pump fake. Unusual, Steve, in that it really looks nothing like his shot. He just lifts the ball, and defenders always seem to bite on it.
Yeah, it's that deception, and sometimes it looks, almost comical, and yet defenders go for it. So it's obviously an effective move, and I think it's also his mentality. He's trying to trick defenders and elude them instead of trying to draw contact.
Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Miller. Hornets shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, gentlemen, as you know, great post scoring is a bit of a lost art in the NBA, but Al Jefferson is a throwback player. He said, you know what gets me going? When I spin to the baseline real quick, get you off your feet, go under you, and throw it up fast. That's better than any windmill or 360 dunk I could ever do. Kevin?
Oh, well, loves to operate down low. Thank you, Doris.
Oh, and I love Jefferson's great footwork on the low box. I mean, he's always keeping defenders off balance. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Powell dishes to Henderson. They set the pick. Stevenson outside. 8 feet away, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Jefferson's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Hornets. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Blair, the screen, and it's Miller penetrating. And Webster kicks to Miller. Wizards passing it around. Now here's Webster, defended by Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Marcel Webster in the second season of a 4-year deal. He signed with the Wizards. He's a really good combo player. He can shoot and he can defend. And with that size on the wing, he becomes a valuable asset to any team.
And the Wizards making a change here. Wall's checked in.
Well, Cody Zeller out of Indiana, the younger brother of Tyler Zeller, who was drafted in 2012. And Cody at 6'11" played center for the Hoosiers. More of a power forward there at the NBA level.
Webster passes to Wall. The shot will not go. And the Hornets now going the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And their energy level at the defensive end was fantastic in that game, guys. They made finding an open shot very difficult in half-court situations.
And I thought, Steve, they excelled in transition defense as well. The energy level you talked about was obvious in that part of the game, too.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Washington. Stevenson outside. Pass to Powell. Dishes it to Henderson. And he gets it to go. And as most of you know, Cody Zeller from a family of 7-footers with older, bigger brothers. He had to develop his guard skills and learn to score away from the basket.
Kevin, he actually played point guard on his high school JV team, going back a few years. So he has the skills to play the 4. He's an underrated athlete, too, and I thought that would be the case, having watched him at Indiana. I like what I've seen from him thus far.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets. And so that brings the first half to a close. Hornets ahead, up by 9. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte.
All right, listen up, guys. Way to come out strong in the first half. Taking care of business. TCB. Well, we've established a clear dominance on the interior at the offensive end. And until they prove they can stop our inside game, we have to continue to pound it into the post. I will point out that all the steals we got in that half as something we can build on. We pestered them with our D. That was great. And when we get back on the court, let's do everything in our power to get the ball into the post. I want us feeding it down low at every opportunity. That's all, and that should be enough. We're in a good spot. There's a W waiting for us out there. So let's go out there and get it.
Now the second half about to start up.
Let's go. You're in.
Hey, well time.
Hornets leading by 14. Zeller and Johnson are the bigs. Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. So that's the Hornets 5. He feeds it to Jefferson. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets to retain possession here.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Powell, he's checked in for Walker. And it's the Hornets with the ball. On the wing, Stevenson. Shot clock at 3. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marcin Gortat. Lance Stevenson, the all-time leading scorer in the history of high school basketball in New York State. And that's something when you consider, Clark, the great players who came before him.
Yeah, to be at the top of that list says a lot about his high school career. He actually led Lincoln High School to an unprecedented 4 straight city basketball championships. There's a reason his nickname is Born Ready.
Stevenson left side. Here's Powell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
Then, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard. Look at the free throw percentage, unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Both free throws good from Powell. And so it's Washington with it. They trail by 16. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, they look totally disjointed. And sometimes you have a night like that. Nothing goes in the basket. It's just pure frustration.
Well, you can call it any number of things, Steve. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, dysfunctional. Any of those would fit.
Williams dishes to Powell. That's blocked. And Wall kicks to Miller. Back to Wall. Miller outside. The feed to Nene. The shot is off. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
Yeah, and in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench. And I thought their depth was really the major factor in that game. He's been so reliable again today, Kevin, and they need his points, and he's providing them.
Wizards trail by 16. It's Wall with the drive. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Wall. And it's 7 points for Nene.
Great interplay there between those 2 teammates.
Hornets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Just to talk again about what Steve just said, they never missed a beat, Clark, when they turned to their bench.
Well, there wasn't much of a difference between the points they got from their starters and those they got from the reserves. A really balanced team effort, and you like to see that.
Gortat inside. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's Powell. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Lance Stevenson. Going well for him this season. He's putting up 14 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him. Playing right at the level we expect.
Yeah, we've seen him play better, but those are still numbers that are pretty superb by any measure.
And he makes the first. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Marvin Williams. And then for Washington, Serafin comes in for Gortat. And it's Blair in for Nene. Both free throws good from Powell.
Well, it seemed slightly controversial when it was introduced a few seasons ago, but I think we can all agree now that the new flopping fines have been a big success. Flopping seems to have gone down across the board.
It is so hard to contain it. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Passes to Henderson. Kicks it to Stevenson. Stevenson off the pick from Powell. Stevenson passes to Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Here's Henderson. No good with the triple. Well, Clark, flopping is not completely out of the NBA game, but at least now there are repercussions.
I agree, and I'm happy to see that, Kevin, because it's a play that shouldn't be in the game. And now that guys are fined for it and have been quite heavily fined for it, I think we're going to eventually see it become less and less a part of the game, which is the way it should be.
Off the screen, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Gerald Henderson certainly helped by the acquisition of Al Jefferson, which created some space for him on the perimeter, and he's made great strides with his outside shot over his career.
That one is off. And Henderson, a slasher, one of the best wings in the league at working himself to the line.
Also a steady defender, too, Kevin, and he has worked on developing his long-range shooting as well, and if he gets that piece, he'll be pretty balanced all around.
Ryan Roberts is checked in for the Hornets. And Wall kicks to Webster. Back to Wall. Right side, Wall. Misses off the right iron.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Here's Roberts, covered by Miller. Here's Zeller. It's rebounded by Seraphin. Seraphin's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Blair. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got his 5th assist in this one.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, what a busy summer the Washington Wizards had. They brought in a lot of veterans, DeJuan Blair, Chris Humphries, and Paul Pierce. They're hoping that influx of experience will enable them to take the next step in the wide-open Eastern Conference. They've added some real depth in their front court, Kevin.
DC fans have to be excited. Thank you, Doris. Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Seraphin. Jefferson with some nice D. Hornets leading by 14. Henderson dishes to Roberts. Here's Powell, covered by Wall. Henderson passes to Roberts. Roberts gets the screen from Powell. Here's Jefferson, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Jefferson's got 8 points in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Wall kicks to Seraphin. Banked in off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Powell dishes to Henderson. Henderson off the pick from Powell. Here's Roberts. It's stolen by Webster. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. 11 feet away, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from John Wall.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
Yeah, guys, and that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
Powell, the pass to Roberts. Feeds it to Jefferson. Shoots from 12. Goes back up. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Good job at the line.
.58 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Wall.
Get up. You're going in.
Here we go.
Gary Neal. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brian Roberts. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Gortat's checked in. So on the floor for Washington. Blair is out there with Kevin Serafin. Then it's Miller, then it's Gortat, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot.
2 minutes remaining in the period.
Miller against Stevenson. Miller inside, and he gets it to go. And the Hornets making a change here. Powell's checked in, and a change for the Wizards. Martell Webster, he's checked in for DeJuan Blair. Jefferson kicks to Powell. Charlotte moving the ball around. Stevenson off the pick from Powell. The pass to Zeller. It's rebounded by Serafin. Wizards trail by 17.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for the Hornets.
Clark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to be up 2-0 in the season series.
Yeah, but still 2 more games upcoming between them, Steve, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team. And boy, what a game it was for Al Jefferson. He was really important under the basket, making great plays down low and getting in position to pull in all those rebounds.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, a good night so far for Webster. He has 14 points and also 3 steals.
You just can't find fault with anything he's done here. The effort, the energy, his production, his defense, it's all there.
All hustle, non-stop effort from him all over that 94 by 50-foot box.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Biombo is checked in for Jefferson. And Gary Neal subbed in for Zeller. Pass to Neal. The tray. Rebounded by Temple.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Just 5 to shoot. Tries a 3. Hornets with the rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Powell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2. Free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
Going to the line.
First one falls for him. The Wizards making a switch here. Both free throws good from Powell. 17 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Williams dishes to Powell. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Boy, he really bungled that thing.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Gerald, we know you demand a lot of yourself and expect a lot from the team. What is the focus you guys have to keep the level of play up where you want it to be?
We just got to keep working at it. We play really hard, but, so you're going to make your mistakes. But we just got to stay disciplined and keep working with each other.
Playing hard, such a key factor. Gerald, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Doris. So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke on our sideline. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games.
It's go time. Check in.
I'm on it.
It's Alexei Shved in for Carter Williams. Biyombo is checked in for the Hornets. Henderson comes in for Zeller.
The Sixers are certainly looking to build something special on the court. And to that end, they're planning to build a new 55,000 square foot practice facility close by at the Navy Yard.
On the court for the Hornets, Walker runs the point with Stevenson flanking him. Henderson out there with Marvin Williams. And it's Biyombo at the center position. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. And right now, the Sixers practice about 11 miles away at a local college. That new practice facility, Steve, expected to open next summer, less than 2 miles away.
Well, both from a competition standpoint and kind of player relations, I mean, it makes sense. Players want the best, and you get a top-of-the-line facility, makes it much easier to recruit in free agency.
That free throw, no.
Kemba Walker, quick, got a great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. And what I like about him, he's always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets, and he's tough, not afraid of the moment.
Charlotte making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Second free throw, no good. And Walker tough to stay in front of, but yet Clark, he's become a great finisher around the rim.
Well, you know, you have to be able to do that at his size. He's listed at 6'1", which I think is really generous. He's more 5'10"-ish, 5'11". And he understands that's an area that he has to continue to expand and add to be the potent offensive player he's capable of being.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt, recovering from ACL surgery in early 2013. So this will be his true rookie season.
Gary Neal's checked in for Kemba Walker. And Nerlens Noel projected as the #1 draft pick based on his defensive impact as a freshman Clark at Kentucky, but the knee injury dropped him to number 6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate impact player in the draft. Concerns about that knee and his slight build caused him to slide, but if he gets healthy and adds some weight to that frame, I think he could be a real presence defensively.
Williams trying to break free. The shot by Powell, no good. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Richardson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He's looking to even the score in this season series with a win of their own. He told me they can certainly play better than they did the last time, and said with their defense and shot blocking, they're planning to make matters difficult at that end of the floor. Kevin, let's see if they can lock them up.
Thanks for the report, Doris. Steve, Clark, your thoughts on their defensive focus here?
Well, it's the right strategy, Kevin, because you have to play to your strengths as a team. You can't get away from who you are.
And that's right, Steve. Their strength is certainly what they do defensively. They can rattle folks.
Biyombo kicks to Williams. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Roten, and he gets the bucket. Roten's got 10 points.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Henderson off the pick from Powell. Charlotte moving the ball around. Shoots from 8. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Gerald Henderson is not the most lethal outside shooter, but I really like the way he's learning to move without the ball. He's very opportunistic with his cuts whenever his defender turns his head.
And Henderson most comfortable, it seems, Steve, shooting from the corners.
Yeah, like most players, Kevin. That's the easier shot, 22 feet instead of 23.9. He shot a good percentage from there. Not really a long-range shooter per se, which is why you didn't see him, shoot effectively from the top of the circle or on the wings.
Powell kicks to Henderson. Henderson off the pick from Powell. Neal passes to Biyombo. And that is good. And the Hornets lead by 3. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first. Here's Roten. Hornets with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Well, that one was a very physical game, and it played right into their hands. A lot of their points came at the foul line.
Yeah, and it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So don't forget about that part of it either.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
For Philadelphia, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And their performance at the line. It's definitely dropped off. Not the trend they were looking for.
Marvin Williams, the former number 2 pick out of North Carolina back in 2005, now in his 10th season in the NBA.
And Williams never a star, but he is a quality defender and able to space the floor.
You got to take him for what he is, and that's really a solid rotation player throughout his career. Kevin, there are only 25 to 30 all-star caliber players in the league, maybe 35. After that, everybody else is a role player, and you have to understand that and embrace it and accept it.
6 to shoot. Here's Roten. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Henderson. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Now here's Shved. Not a lot of room. The second chance effort. And the layup is good.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Here's Powell. The shot is off. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Hornets lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, Stephen changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Richardson comes in for Thompson. And it's Tony Roten in for Alexei Shved. Carter Williams and Roten pairing up in the backcourt. Arnett Moultrie is out there with Embiid. And it's Richardson in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Shots good by Neal. And the Hornets lead by 6.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Carter Williams, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Michael Carter Williams with that rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms. And one thing you love about taller point guards, the ability to really survey the court and pass over the top of the defense.
And for Carter Williams, great quickness at his height, and Clark able to defend smaller players and get by them to penetrate on the other side of the floor.
And he needs that, Kevin, because his jump shot is still very much a work in progress. It's not broke, but it's wobbling a little bit. He's got to tighten that thing up going forward. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
The 76ers trail by 9. Moultrie setting the pick for Carter Williams. There's the pass to Roten. Outside for Carter Williams. Roten with it. He's against Williams. And that one's good. Roten.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Hornets leading by 7. They set the pick. Walker goes in. Here's Neal. Lets it go from 11. It's blocked.
Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those Karens.
Seems like not a whole lot else is going right for them, though. Boy, he had a good look at that one. You hate to miss that shot.
Here's Powell. And Walker kicks to Neal. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Now here's Roten. He's covered by Powell. And that one's good. Roten's got 4 points this quarter. So it's the Hornets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Biombo, no luck.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Walker gets a screen from Powell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Walker having a fantastic game.
12 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, Clark. He's done a really nice job defensively.
And he knocks down the first one.
You'd really like to see him get to the line as much as he did in the first.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the 76ers. Al Jefferson's checked in for the Hornets. And so Walker nails both of them. 1:35 left to play in the first half. Noel sets a screen for Carter Williams. Here's Roten, and Jefferson sends it back. To the wing on the left. From deep, Neal. Can't hit. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
76ers have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Hornets leading by 4. Powell dishes to Walker. Walker gets a screen from Powell. Neal passes to Powell. Clock at 6, and it's Walker penetrating. There's Neal with the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Richardson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And Noel kicks to Richardson. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Neal gets a screen from Powell. Here's Neal. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And the Hornets lead by 4. Here's Roten. Shot is off. And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's Charlotte up 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Jason, I saw you briefly talking to Coach. What did he say was the objective from here on out?
Just going there, being aggressive, try to get the lead. We got to understand that they're going to go through the passing lanes. We got to be better with the ball.
Valuing the basketball, always so crucial, Jason. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Number 1, We've done really well in limiting our turnovers. The last thing we want to do is give them extra possessions, and so far, we haven't. I'll give you a compliment, though. The ball movement's been excellent. Love how many buckets we're getting off assists. And something I'll be looking for right away in the third are sharp entry passes into the low post. The more of those we can make, the happier I'll be. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Looking at the game Roten has been having, he has 15 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Michael Carter-Williams. Charlotte also making some changes. Henderson comes in for Williams. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Walker. On the floor for Charlotte, Zeller and Johnson are the bigs. Brian Roberts out there with Lance Stevenson. And it's Henderson in at the 3 slot. Here's Thompson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
And the 76ers making a change. Richardson's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Powell, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Roberts dishes to Jefferson. The Hornets rebound. Shot by Zeller, no good.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
And they take the lead. $24 points for Roten.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, we all know that Lance Stevenson is fearless, and as far as he's concerned, that's a product of his Brooklyn upbringing. He said players there have a, quote, feeling that nobody can stop them on the floor. Former teammate Paul George said of it, that's Lance. He's a New York player. They play with that kind of confidence. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. That confidence has certainly served him well. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson for the triple. That's good. They got on this for a little while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him. Al Jefferson is the mayor of the left block. Has that signature right-handed jump hook, which is virtually impossible to stop. Kind of like a one-handed push shot if you compared it to anything, but with his size and really high release, it's still hard to get to if you're defending.
And Shved kicks to Roten. Goes up with a stripe, and the jumper is good. Roten's got 11. Here in this quarter alone.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Powell, the pass to Henderson. Charlotte moving it around. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. Here's Powell. He feeds it to Henderson. 6 to shoot. Dishes to Jefferson. Here's Zeller. Thompson with the block.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
It's Richardson on the wing. Thompson against Henderson. Richardson, good. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Here's Roberts. He has 5. Good on the 13-footer. Roberts got his 3rd bucket of the night. The 76ers leading by 3. There's 53 seconds left in the 3rd. Banked in off the glass. Shved's got 6.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Powell's got his first bucket in this one. Philadelphia's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Shved dishes to Roten. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Malcher's checked in for Thompson. And then for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Jefferson. And Gary Neal subbed in for Brian Roberts. Here's Roten. Soft touch off the glass. Roten's got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin? Sure. This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
Let's go. You're up. My time.
Al Jefferson's checked in for Lance Stevenson, and it's Henderson for Gary Neal. Hornets leading by 17. Carter Williams and Roten pairing up in the backcourt. And Embiid is out there with Noel. And it's Richardson in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And another area where they've done a great job tonight is forcing the issue defensively and getting some steals.
Roten kicks to Moultrie, and he gets it to go.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Powell, the pass to Henderson. Henderson off the pick from Powell. There's the screen. Outside Williams. Three-pointer. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Carter Williams. Can't get it. To go.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered. Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Jason Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Alexi Shved comes in for Carter Williams. And then for Charlotte, Rambo, he's checked in for Jefferson. Vonleh comes in for Zeller. And Gary Neal subbed in for Marvin Williams. Here's Powell. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And this is what they wanted to announce. Their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for Charlotte.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
And that was a huge advantage. The free throw game, always a significant barometer in terms of who wins and loses.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
This win will give them victories in each of the first 2 games of this season series. In the end, this game turned out to be just a continuation of what we've already seen.
Yeah, they've got their sights now set on a 3-0 sweep, and given what's going on in the first 2 games, that's probably what will happen.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Kemba Walker. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come up with steals and get extra possessions for his team.
Check out the game for Jason Richardson. 13 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively. He needed to cash in on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Fed. A beautiful reverse layup. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. It's Henderson on the wing. Pass to Powell.
Boy, look at the rebound totals. He is absolutely dominating out there.
Boy, that's been something to watch. My goodness.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gerald, a nice win tonight that you were a huge part of. How does a win like this feel for you and the team?
It just feels good to win. We always work really hard every day to get better. And, I'm working on my individual game, too, every day. So, it feels great to stay consistent with it.
Great job, Gerald. We appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Doris. And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in. We're coming to you from the Time Warner Cable Arena in downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. Last game for the Hornets, they picked up the W against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
David West, he's checked in for Hibbert. C.J. Miles comes in for George. And it's Watson in for Rodney Stuckey. On the court for Indiana, West is out there with Scola. Then it's Watson. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in at the 1 spot. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. West with a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I'll tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can post up, he can muscle you. But he can really help you win without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive boards.
Watson, the pass to Miles. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
C.J. Miles originally was drafted right out of high school by the Utah Jazz. And even though he's in his 10th season in the NBA, he's still only 28 years old.
And C.J. Miles really, Steve, embracing his three-point shot more in the last couple seasons, which in turn has helped his shooting efficiency.
Yeah, solid defender. You know, if he can continue to make those threes at close to 40%, there'll always be a place for him in the NBA because he's a two-way guy. He can defend wings and knock down perimeter shots. It's a valuable asset in the NBA. And an opportunity to check out some stats on Gerald Henderson, how the season's turning out for him. Averaging 9 points per game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes finding points a lot easier.
Well, Steve, you know, things can get stagnant without offense coming off the bench, and he always can supply some shooting.
Williams gets a screen from Powell. And Williams, here we go. And that one's good. Williams has got his first points in this one.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Watson with it, averaging 8 points a game. Hill kicks to Watson. 6 on the shot clock.
C.J. Watson at 6'2" is an outstanding shooting combo guard. He's an excellent marksman from behind the three-point line, which helps his team space the floor. But he's also an underrated defender.
And for Watson, between his outside shooting guys and his solid defense, he makes a nice backup.
Yeah, pretty good at getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. You know, a player who spent a little time in the D-League out of college and now has really solidified his place as an NBA player.
Biyombo is checked in for the Hornets. Gary Neal comes in for Cody Zeller. And a change for the Pacers. Mahimi's checked in. Both free throws good from Watson. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's the screen. Powell dishes to Biyombo. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
This is to Miles. West a screen on Henderson. Here is Miles. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Watson just 4 to shoot. West with a wide open look. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Powell, the pass to Henderson. Off the screen. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Biombo's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Here is Watson, defended by Powell. Watson kicks it to West. And here's Watson. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Watson's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
Powell kicks to Neal. Powell down low. He's covered by Watson. The shot by Powell, no good. Hill dishes to West. Pass to Watson. Outside Hill. Pass to West. Taken away by Williams. Fast break now for Charlotte. Neal's got the ball. Softly drops in the 40.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end. That one.
Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Watson, the pass to West. Inside, here's Mahimi. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Hornets shooting an impressive 60% early. Powell kicks to Neal. Feeds it to Biombo. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, they really struggled shooting the ball in that game, but still came away with the win. They obviously had to pick up the slack in a lot of areas, and they did it.
Yeah, and Steve, I think that says an awful lot about them as a team when they're able to win despite shooting that poorly.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
That puts them in the lead. Mahinmi's got his second basket.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Powell dishes to Neal. Neal gets a screen from Powell. Shot's good by Neal.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Miles, that's good.
C.J. Miles.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Powell kicks to Henderson. Henderson off the pick from Powell. There's the feed to Neal. They set the pick. For three. Rebound by Mahinmi.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
West passes to Watson. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 6 to shoot. He's looking for West and finds him. Here's Mahinmi. The baseline jumper goes down. Mahinmi's got 6.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
From the baseline. No good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pacers lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here at the Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte.
Tuesday, February 10th, Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets. You don't want to miss it.
And the first quarter is in the books. A whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Indiana also making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. West comes in for Luis Scola. And George Hills subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. On the court right now for the Pacers. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Watson out there with George Hill. And it's Mahinmi in at the center position. Biyombo with the block. Here's West. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. While we can, let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. In second, the Hornets.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is developing his jump shot, but he's got everything else in his game. As Coach Steve Clifford said, first, he's an A1 competitor, and he's one of the few guys in the league that can night in and night out defend primary scorers and make it hard on them. He's team first. He just brings so much to our team. Gentlemen, back to you.
A great energy player, Doris. Thanks.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's Powell. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Powell's got his first points of the night. Indiana leading by 7. Outside Hill. Outside George. And Watson has it in the corner. Back to George. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. The Hornets shooting well. They're at 45%. Henderson with it. He's picked up by Hill. And Neal kicks to Henderson. Misses the 3.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
Hill kicks to Watson. There's the dish to West. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Pacers lead by 12. Now the pass to Henderson. Powell down low. He's against Hill. Kept alive. And they convert it last. On attempt number